So this is a Firemagic grill. I picked this up used a few years back, and one of the things that happens with these is that the burners, I think they're cast iron in it. They're still good. They're not cracked or they're not crumbling or anything, which will eventually happen with these. But the thing that I've noticed that happens with this um, is the holes get plugged up in the burners. And I think they sell a kit or something like that. And it's this Firemagic thing. It's expensive stuff. Everything for this thing's expensive. I bought it used from a neighbor, so I got a good deal on it. But you don't need to buy that kit. You just need to know what drill size you need to drill out the holes that get clogged up from the grease and everything that burns off when you're using it. I found too, if you do like a whole bunch of burgers for a party that are fatty, that just it clogs it up real quick. So I'm just going to show you guys real quick. It's not a hard one. How to clean those out. And there's some steel clips too that wear out that I changed last time. I think I bought extra ones that hold the burners in place. And I'll show you if we have to change those or not. But those things rot out too. So we'll tear into here. So I've already gone ahead and I pulled the grates out, and I pulled I forget what they call these things. They're wave plates, or there's something I can't remember. There's some kind of gimmicky name for them, but instead of having briquettes in here that heat up, it uses these things with holes in them that kind of distribute the heat. These are pretty worn out, and these are super expensive, and I'm going to have to replace them at some point. I haven't really come up with a solution for that. I don't know if I'm going to make some myself or just bite the bullet and buy them. They do make them in stainless too, but with heat and being outside, nothing lasts, I found. So anyways, that's a note on that. Now these, when I first serviced this thing, when I first got it, these clips, they have a tendency to rot out. As a matter of fact, I think this one's broken. Yep. And I bought extra ones last time when I worked on this last. So here they are right here. These are the hold downs for them. I believe this is a Regal 1. I forget exactly, but anyways, these are the clip part numbers. So yeah, I did get some extras, and hopefully, I think I've got 3 of them, so hopefully that's enough. Getting these out, if they're in good shape, is not all that hard. I use this. This is a tool for like pulling seals out for automotive use, but you can use a screwdriver or whatever. But you just got to get this in here, and if the clips are in good shape, they're just going to pull out just like that. So that clip is just on top of the burner right here. I'll show you what the burner looks like. But then that allows you to slide the burner out of here. See, I pushed it back. It's got a spring-loaded thing on it, and now I can take it out. I think these might be stainless. Looking at them, yeah. So see what happens here. The holes all get clogged up with burn-up fat or whatever gets down in there on them. So you just simply got to just drill these out, and it's not hard at all. But you'll notice what'll happen is you're going to be getting hot spots. Like in the ends right here where it's clear, because you tend to grill kind of more towards the front, so that's what clogs these up. So anyways, that's how you get the burners out of here. So let's find the appropriate size drill bit. I don't remember which drill bit it is, so I'm gonna have to go through my drill index that I've got here, and that way, if you guys don't have drill bits, a lot of people don't have a drill index like this. You could just buy the single drill bit on Amazon or whatever. They're not, single drill bit's not expensive at all. So let me figure out what size it is, and then I'll grab my drill and we'll get to drilling. All right, so I've gone ahead and I looked at this, and a 3/32 drill bit is the right size. Now it's a little bit smaller than the hole, but it's plenty enough to clean it out. We don't want to go as large as the hole, because we actually might take some material off, and then that will affect the flow of the gas, so we don't want to do that. So now the rest of it's just a bunch of leg work. So I'm just going to take this, and I can't do this one-handed, but you quite simply take your drill and just clean them out. See how some of these are really clogged up? So we're going to go down the line, and we're just going to do every single one of these, and then once we get done doing that, we're going to take this and we're going to tip it up on its end, and we're going to dump all this out. And probably don't dump it into the barbecue like I just did, but you could if you wanted to, I guess. Probably bring a trash can over and, get all the crud out of it, because otherwise that's just going to end up back in the burner again. So we're going to go through every single one of these now, and it takes some time and patience, but we'll go through and we'll drill every single one of them out. All right, so there's just a couple other things I want to note about this. On the front and rear of these, they have a little slot, and that is meant to be able to pass the fuel from one side to the other, and you get a flame wrap around the ends. This one's pretty clogged up on the back, so I'm going to try and get it a little bit cleaner, but use a wire brush, or I've got a razor blade right there. Use that razor blade to clean that out as best as you can, because you want the fuel to be able to get through there. And then the other thing is, because this will affect the way that these work, take that wire brush and just clean this whole surface off right here, because that'll affect how the flame wraps around it. If this is all gummed up, it's going to go in weird directions, so just make sure that you clean that really well. Okay, so I just finished cleaning the second one. This one actually is in a little bit better shape. The ones that are on this side, I tend to cook on this side of the grill. They tend to be a little bit more dirty. I think a lot of people that are right-handed probably tend to cook on that side of the grill. But anyways, putting these back in is a little bit tricky, but it's not too hard. Down underneath here, you want to be careful. There is a shutter plate that can actually shutter these holes, and you just want to make sure you don't move those. They're wide open on this. This is a natural gas grill, and they're not shuttered at all. So the shutters, you'll feel them. They have an open port that should line up with these ports, because these will be up and down like this when it goes in here. So, and it's spring loaded. So I'm just going to stick it down over the jet. It's going to be a little interesting doing this one-handed, but not too bad so far. All right, so it's sitting in there now, but now we got to put the retainer clip in, and this is one of the ones where the retainer was rotted out. I probably didn't replace it last time, but I found the easiest way to do these, lay it on top there, and this will be an adventure doing this one-handed, because it's hard enough to do with two hands, but we'll see if we can do it. I'm going to slide it back. I'm going to put it in on one end, and I'm going to put it in on the other end, hopefully one-handed, which is not working so well, but we'll keep trying. But the trick with this is sliding it back. You're never going to get it back in unless you do that. It's just going to be way too hard. But I can't do this one-handed, and I'm not going to bring a tripod out just for this. But anyways, you get the idea. You slide this back, slide the two prongs. They face down towards the bottom there. All right, let's get in on it. Just slide them in there and put them in place, and then let the burner go back forward, just like that. And by the way, this is what one of the shutters looks like. Man, I am having trouble talking today. So this little dimple, it rides here. See how that's got that? So it's got those ribs there. So that dimple rides on that side, and that's so you can set the shutter. Now, like I said, on this natural gas one, I'm not sure about propane, but that dimple should be set so it's wide open. Now, I am finding with some of these, this one was completely closed on the end, and I need to clean it out just a little bit more. Razor blade's not even going to be able to get you clean, and the width of that is like exactly a hacksaw blade. So take a hacksaw and just cut, until it clears it up, because that's what it should look like right there. Otherwise, it doesn't want to light, because when the igniter goes from here on one side of the burner, the gas has to travel the other side to light the other side of it. So it can make it hard to light, and it gives you flame on the ends here, So this one's cleaned up pretty well. And then the other thing that you might want to do, and I think I am going to do, is, like I said, I tend to use this side more. So what's not a bad idea is to go through and swap them out. So take the 3 that you use over here, or 2 that you use over here, and put them over here and swap the other ones over there, because these have a lot less time on them. So, you know, cycling them or rotating them is a good idea. I'll also note the new clips, they're a heck of a lot harder to get on than the old ones if you can reuse the old ones. It takes a little bit of doing. You know, I fought with this one a little bit, and I need to get my screwdriver in here to try and get it in, but it did go in. So we're just going to keep on going with this. I got 3 more to go. Okay, got them all cleaned. I only had to replace 2 of the clips. So, you know, get yourself a few of those. I bought them from firemagicparts.com or some place. I don't know. They're not as readily available as you'd think that they would be. If you have a Barbecues Galore near you, maybe Barbecues Galore. But it's all back together, so let's see what it looks like now. I should have gotten some video of what it looked like before, but, you know, if you're watching this, it's probably because you have this issue or you've seen it. So, turn them all on here. All right, and you can see we got flame all the way on the ends. This one's interesting. This one didn't quite come around the end, but that one did, that one did, that one doesn't. I'm not too sure why, because I cleaned them all out pretty well, but I've got a nice even flame now. And this, for whatever reason, this jet over here is always a little bit lower, this one on the end. I don't know why. The gas pressure probably falls off too much at the end there, but yeah, it's working much better now, and obviously it will work better with the grates in here, but I just wanted to show it. So yeah, we got flame coming out of every single one of them now, and you know, so this is a quick and easy kind of a service. It's something you can do yourself. It doesn't really require any money in parts other than these little clips that are a couple bucks. But you know, they sell a kit, you know, a kit that has the drill bit and everything in it. You know, I'm sure they charge an arm and a leg for it, like, you know, most places do. And it's just really not necessary. You know, if you got drill bits laying around, you know, that's a common size. But you know, you can buy a drill bit for a lot cheaper than their, you know, service kit. So anyways, that's just a quick service on the Firemagic. Turn those the wrong way. I meant to turn it off. Just a quick service on the Firemagic. I think it's, like I said, a Regal 1, but I don't remember for sure, and I think maybe it's on the back. But at any rate, they're probably all similar or very similar. So we'll just go ahead and wrap this one up.